Hi. Hey everybody. How you doing? Good to see everybody. It's midnight musings. Well, it's actually 11 o'clock here, 11 p.m. Eastern. But we'll probably go to midnight. And I didn't have a morning musings today. Had some things to do. And Duncan is up in New Hampshire with his brother again. So, and I'm not worried about saying that because I have two vicious attack dogs taking care of me, and I have a militia next door. So I'm not too worried about it. So, anyways, my yarn is getting tangled. There we go. How is everybody? Good to see you coming in. Hello, hello. We got Tampa B. Hey, Barbara. After dark with Marilyn. Yes, it is after dark. I got my lights on over there. Yeah. And oh, hey, Hef. Yay, I get to catch it live. Yay. I'm always asleep during the morning ones. Yeah. I know there's a lot of people that don't get to catch it. That's why I like doing these night ones once in a while too. It's really fun. Renee B. Hey, Renee. Marilyn, you're truly a genuine person on this platform. You're loved by so many. Thank you so much, Renee. That's really, really sweet. Appreciate that a lot. Joel. Hey, Joel. Hi. Howdy. Hey, y'all. Hope all is going super for you. Yeah. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, rock it out for life. Kim D. Hello. Hello. Good to see you. Cult be Colton. Hey. One of our lovely mods. Thank you for being here. Denise Hunter. Hey, Denise. Good to see you. Good to see you. Susan P. Hello, friend. And hey, the inappropriate F. Tampa B, man. Hey, hi, Barbara. So glad you're here. Clarity and chaos underscore Peggy. It's like happy chaos. Peggy has a new channel, and sorry, Peggy, I totally forgot to put your. Actually, can you please put your link to your channel, your new channel? And Peggy is doing her first live tomorrow, and I'm sure she'll tell us all about it. Let us know what time. Oh, fancy lights. Yeah, they're just little LEDs from Walmart. Yeah. Auntie, oh, you're still awake? Hey, Auntie, good to see you. Good to see you. Kadini, hey, good evening, Marilyn. Oh, I saw you over watching Nora and Rabbit. That was really good. Good to see you. That's okay. I understand, honey. No problem. Cat ACDC fan. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Just going down the line here. Michelle R. Wow, it's late for you. Yes, it is. Does anyone hear that? I think my phone is, because I have it plugged in and it's doing a weird thing. Let's see if I unplug it. 21%. It's always dying. Yes, it is late for me. Well, I said this earlier or the other day. I did a morning or a midnight musings a few days ago, and I'm sort of a morning and a night person because if I can, I try to get a little cat nap, and then I don't sleep that long at night because I got a little thing called fibromyalgia that has like a little bit of insomnia with it. So yeah. Oh, this thing is there. Sorry. It really bothers me. Maybe I have a little bit of OCD too. My necklace is crooked. Hey, no talk, Tony. Good to see you. Hello. Good to see you. Renee B, comment question. How can we increase that so fucked up Ash's YouTube? How can we increase it? She's doing some really great. Yeah, if anyone hasn't subscribed, it's TSFU the podcast live, I think. Yeah, she changed her handle. But if you look up on YouTube, either Ashley Love Richards or TSFU podcast, it should come up. Yeah, subscribe. She's got some great content, and she's been doing different cults, documentaries, commentary on it, And I've done some lives with her. Peggy's done some lives with her. We've done some lives together with Peggy and her. It's been great. Auntie, got to go hit the hay, Marilyn. Glad I got to be part of the stream at least. Yes. Oh my goodness, it's 6 a.m. over here. I might have been up a bit too late this day. Yeah, I think so. It's a little late or early. Oh, hey, we're just talking about you. Hey, Ash. Oh, wait, you have a wrench. So if you could drop the link into your channel in case anyone hasn't subscribed yet. In case anyone's living under a rock and doesn't know who Ash is. And Ash, I did catch some of your stream. I have to catch the rest of the replay. My phone was blowing up and I got some not emergency, but a little bit urgent phone calls today. So yeah, but I did catch some of it. It was great. I got to watch the rest of it. Oh, that's right. Peggy says Ash has been putting out some really fun stuff, including cooking shows. Yes, and she wears really cute outfits too. I love watching those. Oh, nice. Coltsby Colton just subscribed, Ash. All right. Tampa B said, hi, Ash. Sorry I missed your live cooking. Yeah, it was so good to see everybody. Yeah, so like I said, my husband's out of town, but I'm not worried because I have a militia that lives next door. And I'm being a little bad. I have got a hard seltzer and I'm crocheting. So if you don't mind me crocheting a little bit while I talk to you. I've got several projects going. I'm still making the potato bodies. It's funny because this yarn isn't that dark. I don't know. It's a really strange color I have on my camera here. And I'm making some sorry, got my hand stuck in there. I need stuffing. Some golden rods. This is a golden rod. It's a gold colored penis pillow, and it's going to have some little appendages, round ones, well, balls. And yeah, so I'm working on that. And it was something I did for Valentine's Day. I got a bunch of orders, not gold color, but in honor of Laura FM, I'm making some golden rods, gold colored penises. And I started one that was this is like a doubled up yarn with a really big hook. I started one with just a single yarn and decided I wanted to make a big one because then you could use it. You could use it as a pillow, like just kind of lean on it. You can bring it on the airplane, and when I make the balls, you can kind of rest your head on it. So, yeah, I know what that is. It's a golden rod. Yeah, I will put the details on it later. Yep, it's a big old pillow. So. Nothing to see here, just Marilyn making penises. That's it. Yeah. I know I'm naughty. Though, I tell you though, I told Reese about this on her stream yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, isn't this so cute?" I'm like, "Geez, I'm trying to be badass here." She's just like, "You're too cute." Like I'm crocheting penises. That's cute. I know. I just can't win. I was watching Reese and Aaron with Mike Brown and Sterling tonight. That was so funny. Did anybody catch that? They played like bad people. That was really good. That was really funny. And I was thinking, man, if I was playing, like, I would never win because it sucks. People think I'm like super innocent, and I'm not. I'm not innocent at all. I'm just eavesdropping on your conversations. Yes, I know it's naughty. Naughty and nice. Renee, sometimes reality shows are the best way to bridge generational gaps. Yeah, that is so true. I believe that. Big surprise, Aaron won. Yeah, and he and Reese were neck and neck, though. I thought Reese was going to win. That was really funny. And it was cool to see Mike Brown because usually he's fairly reserved, but he really loosened up. That was too funny. Yeah, so yeah, I had some things I can talk about, but I wanted to just connect with you guys. I like these night streams because sometimes people pop in that we don't see as much in the morning because either they work or whatever during the day. And yeah, I like to do the day ones for the European people and then the night ones for everybody else and the West Coast and all that. Yeah. He wanted Reese to win, but he didn't want her to be the bad guy. Got to walk the dog. Okay. Yeah, I got mine settled before I came in. Yeah, I just voted for Mike all the time because he felt left out. That's funny. Some people were saying that. That's really funny. Trying to pull one of my strings of yarn here. There we go. It's making noise. Yeah. Um, so we got okay, walking the dog, right? So yeah, I was thinking about a couple of things I wanted to kind of present to you guys, and not going to be like a long lecture. I probably won't do any screen sharing because I'm always fumbling with that. But it's not clickbait saying let's talk about sex and while I'm crocheting a penis and while I'm drinking my seltzer. Um yeah, so um I was thinking about like the difference between a sect and a cult and also a sect in the context of not only a religious sect but political. Well, we don't talk politics here, you know that, but just in the context of it being something, can be something else too, like a group within a group or an offshoot of something. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, a sect, because it's, basically you have the same type of philosophy, the same goal, and most of the same beliefs, but a different spin on it or a different perspective on it, right? So I'll just read the definition real quick and then we can kind of talk about some things. Um, Okay, what is a sect? A sect is a subgroup of a religious, political, or philosophical belief system. So it's the same belief system generally, but it's just usually a subgroup of it, a little bit of a spin-off on it, but nothing like completely heretical, depending on who you ask. If you're talking about religion, in the 1500s, you probably heard of Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King Jr., but Martin Luther. In the 1500s, he started the Reformation movement, which was basically a breaking off from the Catholic Church and starting the Protestant church or Protestant like sect or religion. But it was, it's basically based on the Judeo Christian beliefs in the Bible. And they started, and this was, I thought was really interesting, and is sect. Yes. Let's talk about sects. Yep. Uh, what I thought this was interesting is in the 1500s is when the mechanical printing press was invented, and that's when they started, basically, for the most part, printing by the Bible and translating it into. And I'm dick swinging while I'm like talking with my penis pillow I'm working on. Um, what was I saying? I got distracted by myself. I almost hit myself with it. Um, yeah, okay, the Reformation, right. So you had people like Martin Luther, Calvin, who else? Another guy, I can't pronounce his name, but it was still Christianity, but they started actually reading the Bible, translating it for themselves, and deciding that priests should be able to be married. They believed, well, the Calvinism was predestination, where God basically chose you. You didn't necessarily choose him, which, yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit bogus to me because then you get into the uh, the predestination and then the 144,000, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and all that crazy stuff. And let's see, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, printing press. So I want to stop and circumcision. Yeah, circumcision. Yeah. Nothing that exciting, right? Yeah, some of those questions were uncomfortable, Renee, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Who would have ever guessed Merlin was a dick swinger? Yeah. Uh, that's great. I'm just having way too much fun with this. I really am. This golden rod. Oh, honey. Okay. Ash said, I'm Poop Gel. This is super late. Just wanted to say hi. So glad you stopped by. Have a great night. Love you. Oh, hey, Seal Bilf. Post Vatican II, the Catholics called sects, ecclesial communities. That makes sense. Yeah. Good night, Ash. Everybody saying good night. All right. Yeah, don't forget everyone, clarity and chaos is that's our very own Peggy. And I'm sure a lot of you that have been watching my channel have seen her in some of the streams. We do a lot of culty ones, especially. And we did a stream. It was Peggy's idea last week to do one on adult relationships and parasocial relationships and uh friendships, how it's hard to not adult friendships, like trying to make friends with people. And it's a new world, right? A lot of our friends we do meet online. So we were talking about that, which is great. If you crochet, I don't know, I should put this up. Okay, he says good night, effed up. Oh my god. Okay, CO Bill. If you crochet a circumcised penis and an uncircumcised penis, they can engage in talking. Oh my goodness. Marilyn, you look great in the shade of it. Aw, thank you. Thank you. This is a strange camera though, because this is actually that looks a little bit like dull, but in real life it's very like bright gold, like what Lara FM wears. Because I was talking to she was on the stream with me the other night, and later on, we were talking about, the golden rod, the golden rods that I'm going to crochet, that I am crocheting. And I was showing her different yarn, and she's like, oh, it looks kind of different. So I took a picture of it and sent it to her. She's like, that's perfect color. So yeah, it's just my camera. Hopefully my kids will, or Santa will get me a new camera for Christmas. Not an expensive one, just a little more accurate. I've played so much with the settings that it's all messed up. And then I do the default one, it still does it. So yeah. So through the Reformation, you had, of course, Lutheranism, right? Calvinism, uh, Methodist, Baptist, all those sects or Protestant denominations came out of, right? And they were pretty I won't say ritualistic, but yeah, they had their own they had their own ways of doing things, their own rituals, their own traditions. And then in America, some of them came over to America, and there in the 1700s you had the Great Awakening, which was pretty much it's said to believed to be said. I should say that's when evangelicalism kind of really was birthed, in the U.S. And you had George Whitefield, Jonathan Edwards that really they are very familiar to me because as a kid and a young adult, I studied all that stuff. But I'm losing some of it, which is okay. Is okay with me. And then one thing I wanted to get into a little bit, and I want to keep an eye on the chat too, is this is really fascinating to me. I hope I don't bore you guys, but the Second Great Awakening was it was all across the U.S., but one of the most like notable places that the second great awakening, that's a weird term, but took place was out in western upstate New York. They call it the burned over district, and they had what's called revivals. The just to back up for a second, the first Great Awakening pretty much took place within the churches that were already established. They weren't really big on proselytizing or converting new converts as much to this evangelical way of thinking, where they had like a new birth or whatever, awakening, they called it, right? A spiritual, like getting a little bit more, even more away from the rituals. And the second Great Awakening was really big on revival services, were really big on proselytizing and getting converts. And the basic denominations that were already in place, like Methodists, Baptists, and of the like, Lutherans, really had a what they would call a revival, right? They had a bunch of new converts. And what's really interesting about the burned over district, I mean, I'm not sure exactly why they were called it that. I've heard it because they had like all these tent revivals, and they had like fires burning because people were hanging out for days and days. It was like a Woodstock, but for Christians, right? And uh so many back to the word sects, back to the word sex. um so many of those were established. And not only that, but you had some things that could be construed or could be labeled cults, right? Possibly, it's the jury's still out for me on Mormonism. If you ask me off screen, I'll probably tell you it's a cult. I'll probably tell you on screen that it's a cult, but not everybody thinks it is, but I do. I do think it is. And Joseph Smith lived in upstate New York in the burned over district, and that's where he supposedly found the hidden treasure and the Book of Mormon and all of that, right? So you had that. You had the Shakers. They were sort of like the Quakers and Amish and Mennonite in a way, because they had their own community. The Shakers would shake when the spirit moved them. They didn't believe in. They were celibate, so no sex at all. To me, that's a little culty. That actually, yeah, it's pretty culty. And because a lot of times cults will either be one extreme or the other, right? Either they're just swinging their dicks all over, and they're very liberal with it, especially the cult leader, or they tend to be ascetic and promote celibacy. And that's pretty much what my cult did, unless you were married, unless they basically put you together being married, right? So I didn't have a chance to look up. If anybody wants to look it up and give me a quick synopsis of it, the Oneidas, Millerites, and spiritualism, I knew a little bit about. And you know, I was looking up all these different theories about it. Of course, there's like mystics that's like, oh, that part of Western New York, which isn't really far from me. So that's partially why I'm kind of fascinated with it, right? But and there are there's a Hancock Shaker Village, which is about probably half hour from me, and it's like this big round like barn, and the furniture is absolutely beautiful, and they were, like the Amish in the way that they were very innovative and hardworking, and basically built their own things. So the Shakers, yes. Oh, we got Joel. Hey, I must be responsible nurse tomorrow. Off to bed. Good night, Renee. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yes. Penis pillow for the plane. Yes. Yeah, I should get crocheting. I hope you guys don't mind if I crochet while I talk. Oh my goodness, Joel. You're so funny. Well, I sort of broke my New Year's resolution already. It's not even New Year's yet. I brought home another cat. Oh, 14-year-old male, Rodney. His owner passed. He has some medical problems, needs a home where he can get help. Oh, continued. Okay. Oh, that is awesome. That's so sweet. Part two. Part two, he will need medical, meds, etc. He is freaked already. Did not want him to have any more trauma. So he's with us now. He's a sweet guy. On my lap now. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Yep. Let's talk about sex, baby. Yep. Oh, no, I see the rain. Yeah, it's circumcised. Yeah. It's a little flat right now because it's not and now I'm gonna get my hand stuck in it again. It's not stuffed yet, so yep. Mm. Oh, whatever shade of red. Thank you. Look radiant. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate that. Revivals. Haven't heard that word in a while. Yeah. I'm just scrolling down. I told my wife 8. It's not that many, right? You only have 8 cats? Peggy, I only have 3 cats and 2 dogs. I need more, but we move too much right now. Yeah. Yeah, I just have the 2 puppies 'cause, Duncan's he's very allergic to cats. He's mildly allergic to the dogs, he says, but and we're keeping him. Too late for that. Yeah. So, and yeah, there were a couple other, things that happened in, uh, is it Elizabeth Cady Stanton and, uh, Susan B. Anthony, and the other one, I can't remember the third, but Susan B. Anthony's actually she was born very close to, where I live in Adams, Mass. And, yeah, something really bad happened with her nonprofit, with the nonprofit that was, somebody I know. Well, I'm not friends with them, but yeah, that was a big scandal. Anyways, yeah, somebody was like stealing funds from, Susan B. Anthony's, foundation, which is terrible. Yeah, but anyways, abolitionist, movement, started from that burned over district as well. So revivals have turned into retreats. Such trickery in the name. Yeah, that makes sense, Yvonne. Did I say hi to you yet? Hi, Yvonne. Good to see you. Yeah. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah, so excuse me. Yeah, so I was looking at that and it just seems like it's probably human nature to want to, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, to want a change or an improvement or a spin-off on something that you're used to, some way that you're used to going, you're used to believing or moving in one direction. And it's not that you necessarily change your beliefs, but there could be tweaks that you want to make to it, right? But the basic tenets were the same, right? So yeah, I'm talking with my penis. And um I guess one point I wanted to make, because I like to look at things almost allegorical too, because sometimes you look at something and you're like, how does this even apply to me, or how can I make sense of this, or maybe take a principle of something that I see, that I'm reading about, or I'm learning about, and look at some other things that with a perspective, right? And one thing I was thinking about is, like, when you have like an online community like this, right? It's fairly new, and people are kind of like, you know, getting their footing and finding what they want to do, like with their channels, who they mesh with, what boundaries they need to put up. It's not necessarily a bad thing. And we all have the same goal. We all want to see cult abuse stop. We want to see you know Scientologists that want to leave Scientology to be able to leave, people to escape the Sea Org if they need to, people to be able to see their families, and to be able to deprogram and deconstruct from all of these really destructive beliefs, right? So we all want that. We all want that. How that looks like for us, like just how people decide to worship in their own religion, it it can evolve, and it can change. It doesn't mean that it's bad, and um, it doesn't mean that anybody is like, like, oh, those Catholics, oh, this, or like, oh, those people that get along on those channels, or that group of channels, or that whatever. I think that we can all have sex and get along. SECT. We can have different sects and all get along. We can have different styles and different ways of going about things. We don't have to attack each other, but we also don't have to agree all the time. And we don't have to be, you know, we don't have to be fake about it either. It's like, well, okay, just like with there's been wars that have started because of people decided they believed something different, right? And religion is, has been some of the most violent wars and battles have come out of that. So yeah, we don't want to be like that. But then there's also some things to watch out for. There's things to watch out for, and uh, you've got there's a difference between a sect, which is still fairly mainstream belief, still fairly okay, right? But then when you get splinter groups that turn into cults, right? And I mean, I'm just going to read it real quick. It's just a um, basic list, and we've all probably heard this before, but it's not long. So you got sect, and I've already read what that is, right? And then you have a cult, right? Things that develop into full blown cults. So what qualifies as a cult? Cult is a term in most contexts pejorative for a relatively small group. Doesn't have to be small, but which is typically led by a charismatic and self-appointed leader who excessively controls its members, requiring unwavering devotion to a set of beliefs and practices which are considered deviant outside the norms of society. So if someone rises up and decides that they want everybody to believe the way they believe, and now I'm swinging the small penis, then you start to have red flags go off, hopefully, and hopefully you distance yourself from it, right? So, oh, cat. Great idea, Borrow. Start collecting cat mugs. I I like that idea. I love mugs. And I love cats. I have 3 dogs. One is allergic to human dander. Wow, I've never heard that. Sorry, I was like, "Oh, I gotta talk about cats and dogs." Aw. Oh, good night, Coltsby Colton. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Aw. Yvonne said, "Barbara, if I could take care of kitties, I would totally be the neighborhood cat lady." I think I would too. I love kitties. Oh. Oh, you don't drink coffee, but you drink wine. Okay. You use your coffee cups for wine? I can get around that. Mhm. Oh, this is awesome. My aunt has mugs hanging in her kitchen. When you visit, you get to pick out a mug. Great. That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. Sophia, good to see you. Good middle of the night. Wow. Yeah, it must be super late or early there. Yeah, it's 11:33 p.m. So I'm gonna go to midnight. As I'm calling this midnight musings. Oh, and it's just me and the puppies tonight. So thought I'd hang out with you all and crochet my penis. Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought I would just throw that out and to you guys and see what you thought. And of course, we probably all know the characteristics of a cult leader by now, but I'm gonna read that too. Um, so we got charismatic personality, expects obedience, humiliates others, sense of entitlement, takes sexual advantage of group members. Not necessarily. When we talked about asceticism too, the other extreme. Basically, they're all up in your business and they're trying to control your sexuality. And we're not going to go for that, right? Uses enforcers to ensure compliance. Yikes! Yeah, magical powers. That's interesting too. Yeah, I kind of forgot about those things. Using enforcers, kind of sounds like you could pretty much insert any cult in there. In like Scientology's case, you had the Sea Org, the executives. that put the people in the RPF. And as I don't know if any of you, I know some of you saw Nora's stream, and she was basically calling it a concentration camp, and that's basically what it was. And you have OSA, and you have the spy culture and the snitch culture, and that was very prevalent in my cult too. And then magical powers. That is really interesting because yeah, I guess Marlene's, you know how I like to say her name any chance I get. Marlene, her magical power was pretty much just being able to quote hear from God, and we couldn't. And yeah, to be like a prophetess, she would quote discern things. She claimed to be able to heal people, though I never saw that either. And yeah, it's, Scientology, they said that, they could come like what do they call it when you go out of your body, out of body experiences, that you could heal yourself from cancer. You could, fly around, go to Europe or whatever in seconds. I mean, it's just crazy. And then, yeah, so I guess my point of talking about this whole thing is not only because it's really fascinating to me, because I like to study human behavior and cults, of course, and just how things kind of go off the rails. I think it's good to know, because then you can avoid it. You can really try to avoid it. So that's right, Sophia. No one controls my sex. That's right. Looks like a dick warmer or titty mitty. It's gonna be nice and big. Yeah, I'm gonna probably make it like maybe a few more inches. And I think I made the flesh colored ones, and I think they measured at 18 inches tall. And they kind of sit because you got the balls that kind of stabilize them. Yeah. And then I do some detail at the top. Yeah. So Tampa B man, I'm learning how to crochet watching you. Looks easier than knitting. I think it is, because I tried to knit and it I couldn't do it. I don't know why. I just didn't get the hang of it. Maybe I learned to crochet and I got a knot here. I got to get out. I think I learned to crochet so early on that I just didn't take to knitting. And I was told by the older lady, the left-handed Jewish grandma, that I was hopeless. I was hopeless. So I was like, okay, I'll just stick to crocheting. That's just going to be the way it is. Yep. Joel, I did a speaking deal at a dinner last night. They gave me 2 cat mugs and a set of cat glasses. We have cat dishes and lots of stuff like that, all given to us. For some reason, people think of me and cats, right? I don't know why. There we go. No sect is going to control my sex. That's right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Guys, they're so funny. Barb, how many mugs do you have? Yes, how many mugs do you have? Raunchy, Maryland. Oh, I'm sorry. Which part? I've been seeing a lot of stuff. A lot of probably raunchy stuff. Maryland, same here. I took up crocheting and can't knit for shit. Oh, I like that. That's kind of, I like rhymes, Can't knit for shit. Yep. That makes sense. Yep. This one doesn't go as fast because it's like the tension is really tough to deal with, and you got the two strands of yarn and the big hook, but some ways it goes faster because it's bigger, bigger stitches. But yeah, so I'll have to stuff this guy tonight. So yeah. So what else did I have? I don't know. I just was writing stuff down, and again, like I said, I like to apply things to my situation. Not that I'm looking to apply it to my situation, but if something I'm reading or studying, I don't read a lot, but I read little snippets like what I read to you. And yeah, I feel like the more we talk about things that are on our mind, the more we talk about our experiences and the nuances of it, that we can, really learn from each other. And my, I'm telling you guys, my passion is to just keep, you know, the education, like keep educating myself and sharing because I fucking hate cults. I hate them. And the more I hear from the ex-Scientologists, the fundy world, and the more I learn about what happened to me, the more I'm just like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. And yeah, so I got some things coming up. I can't quite reveal yet, but I got some collaborations going and some things that I'm going to be doing. So I'm not sure if I'll be on tomorrow, but I really just please, guys, you won't be disappointed. Check out Peggy's channel. Peggy, if you can put your channel link up. She's doing her first live tomorrow. I forgot what time she said. I can't remember if it was 12 or 1 Eastern. I'm not sure I'll be on. I'll have to see how my morning's going. Because Duncan's not here, so I've got to do the dogs, take care of everything, and I've got to go to UPS in the first thing in the morning before 9 o'clock. So yeah, so I don't know how long I'll stay. Oh, here we go. Okay, 10 a.m. Okay, 1 o'clock. Yeah. So if I do a morning stream, I'll definitely be done by then. Yep, definitely. So I'll see how it goes. But clarity. Yep. All right. At clarity underscore in underscore chaos. That's easy to remember. I've been subscribed to you since I met you, I think. I think I was like your second subscriber. Yeah. Mm. Sophia, I funny enough got my sex ed from Catholic doctor I knew through her youngest daughter. She was good at it. All right then. That's good. Wow. T-Babs, I'm sorry. I have like really bad arthritis myself, so I know how it is. Yeah, my knees have been wanting to give out really badly lately. So, yeah. Yeah, so I was, thinking of, like I said, the whole sex thing. Think about sex. Well, of course, in my penis. Um, yeah, I was thinking about that, and not necessarily that it can be bad, because, like I said, sometimes um, people decide that they believe something slightly different, or they have a different take on something, different translation on something, and I was thinking of it in context of this community here. We're not religious. We don't worry about spiritual, traditional, whatever values, but we are a community, and there's a lot of people that really depend on being able to connect with people here. So, and it really struck me hearing the last couple weeks that kind of broke my heart, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's just sad when you see the confusion and disappointment and things like that. And I think that we are rebuilding, but it's going to look a little bit different, right? And it's okay. It's okay because sex are not all bad. Sex isn't all bad, right? And so, not that I would label it sex, but different. You tend to gravitate towards people that are a little more like-minded than you. Not that you don't like the people that aren't necessarily. You just you click with certain people and you don't click with certain people, and it's fine, right? It's I think that's fine as long as you're not fighting, as long as you're not attacking people, and the gossip and all that, and the discord. I meant discord is in sowing okay, there's this thing called sowing seeds of discord. It was something I grew up with, and it didn't really mean disagreements, or it just meant like causing like drama, like causing trouble. We didn't really talk about drama that way back in my day. Discord was a negative word. It was like, don't sow seeds of discord. So that's kind of what it was. But if the shoe fits, wear it. Just saying. But yeah, it was a bad word. So I've had to get used to that's just something that people say because it's like Facebook, right? But, yeah, um, I think that, openness and transparency, like, I have, a side chat, on my Facebook group and, called Coffee Cups and Crafts, like, general chat or something, and I told people, I didn't really want it on the regular group because of, like I said, I've got friends in real life that are on there mostly for the crafts, even though they don't like cults, but they don't want to know about all this, aftermath stuff. And they don't really, that's not their thing. So, I, so Peggy and I have that group that we moderate, and it's been pretty civil. They're all people from all different, views. There are a lot of main creators. There's actually some members on that are currently on the board of the Aftermath Foundation. They don't comment or anything, but I know if they want to, they can see everything. And so I don't care. I mean, I've been really transparent and honest. Not in a gossipy way at all, not in a tearing people down way. We talked about criticism the other day, about critical thinking, about suppression versus being able to express yourself and be critical in a good way, not destructive criticism, which tears people down, but constructive and instructive. So I think that, like, I don't pretend to know anything. Like, even about the nonprofits, I have a tiny little, you know, I don't even have it. It's not mine, right? But I founded it, and it belongs to our community here where I live. And I don't pretend to have the end all be all on anything. But if I see something that I don't agree with, then I'm probably going to say it, and I'm going to try to say it in a nice way. So, oh, going up. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I'm excited about your live tomorrow. Talking to Peggy. No, I keep calling you Happy Chaos. Now I have to say clarity and chaos. I gotta get used to that. Yeah. We were talking about arthritis. Yeah. If I were to stand up right now, my knees would lock up as usual. Yeah. Oh, Amanda Beaumont. Hey, hello. Marilyn Rose. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Are you is that New Zealand? Wow. Yeah, natural progression. Yeah. I can walk, so it could be so worse. Definitely. Yeah. Joel, I have found that when you really hold people up with lots of respect for them and they disappoint you, proof they were all human, absolutely, but you may never look at them the same, may even avoid them. That's life. Yeah, it's all right. It's like we don't want to have I have to look it up again. We don't want to have charismatic leaders that are telling us what to do and expecting obedience, humiliating others, or just disregarding their, you know, all that, because that's what happened with me. We had these things where we were like humiliated or just like thrown aside, like you're nothing or you don't matter, your views don't matter. That's not okay. Having a sense of entitlement. Yeah, I'll just put it in dick swinging, right? Using enforcers to ensure compliance and magical powers, and also I was thinking about the whole like being punished if you don't believe the way the group is believing. So yes, Yvonne, Barbara, yes, we must be grateful because it could always be worse. Yeah, I love this group because I tell you, I had joined a couple of fibromyalgia support groups, and I had to get like just Facebook groups, and I had to get out. I couldn't, because it was just so just like negative and sad, and I don't know, it just really wasn't my thing. It really wasn't uplifting. And here I am talking about trauma all the time, but I feel uplifted. And I know you all understand if I need to take a break, because we all do, right? And I understand if you can't come watch me, because you sometimes need a break, which is totally fine. It's totally fine. Oh, magical powers. Yes. Yeah, isn't that weird that, it seems like all cults will claim to have some kind of magical power, whether, they can, like, heal you physically or, actually have, like, supernatural powers and, superpowers, right? Like in Scientology. Yeah. I'm from the future. Oh my goodness. It's 5:48 AM, Thursday. Oh, PM. Oh, you really are. My goodness, right. Sophia, being able to deal with disappointment is a relevant life skill too many people are lacking in my experience. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and that's one of the things I was thinking about the other day when we were talking about idealism, right? Because it's not a perfect world. It's not an ideal world. And you have to learn that, well, I have to learn, we have to, just not, we've already learned that, I think, but just keep in mind, right? That, yeah, it's not a perfect world and disappointment is going to happen. It is. And not that I want to be like cynical, but at the same time, just keep my guard up a little bit because I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. And I certainly don't want to put anyone on a pedestal, you know? Sorry, guys. I breathed in some bubbles. My bubbly was extra bubbly. Uh, So Marilyn is a good hooker. I don't know. I can't keep my yarn from tangling tonight because I've got two separate strands going. I don't feel like I'm doing very well with this tonight. There we go. Sometimes I get on a roll and I get really fast, but it's hard to do this one fast. The best hooker ever. Oh my God, you guys. We're talking about, sorry, we're talking about sects and hookers and golden penises. This is crazy. Yeah, it's like Maryland after dark. Midnight musings after dark. No. Yvonne, when anyone tells me I'm the only one who has this information and you can have it for just some money, yep, that's my red flag. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, if God is real and he made the universe, he probably doesn't need your money, right? He'd probably find his own money, I would think. Yep. Tampa Beat says, yep. It's the only thing that's guaranteed in life, change, whether you want it or not. Yep. It's all part of life. Definitely. Yeah, I'm grateful to be able to get out of bed. Absolutely. Golden rod. Yes, this is a golden rod. Yeah. It's gonna be like a neck pillow or something, or just a little, I don't know, like squishy pillow. But yeah, it's fun making this stuff. It is kind of like an FU to Marlene Sweeney because yeah, because I used to make, blankets and scarves, and now I can just sit here and like squeeze my penis. I love it. Joel, I must take my leave. Need your help with the cat's meds. Oh, okay. See you down the road. Take care of yourself. Be kind to each other. Good night, Joel. Good to see you. So funny. No but. No but. Yeah. Yep. The hooker in red. I didn't think of that. I should change my light to red. Let's see if I can. Oh, I don't know. It's not. Why is it not working? What? Oh, it's orange. Well, that's no good. Oh, does that look red? Oh, sort of. Sort of. There we go. The red light district. Yeah. How's that, Barbara? Is that good? Yvonne, Marilyn, you're making me think I may be able to pull off red too, since our hair is similar color. Yeah, why not? Why not? Marilyn, you caress your crochet project. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lady in Red. I don't think I can sing that one. His dancing with me, cheek to cheek. Yeah. Nobody here. Hooking a goldenrod penis. Yes, we're hooking a goldenrod penis. Yeah. Absolutely. You guys are fun. You're keeping me company because I don't have my hubby tonight. So yeah. Um, so here we are. We've been going for about an hour. Yeah. I figured I'd hang out with you guys for about an hour and I'll see you in the morning. Honestly, if I wake up and every time I feel the spirit, yeah, if I feel the spirit moving in my heart, then I'll jump on. Depending on how things are going, I've gotta, like I said, I gotta wait for the deal with the UPS thing and all that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And definitely, if only Marlene could see you now. I know. I, I'm just wondering. Well, she's I guess pretty ill, but one of these days, I think either her or somebody in her family is gonna tune into this. Somebody will tip them off, I'm sure, if they haven't already. I mean, I'm literally down the road, literally. So it's looking a bit. Let's handle it a little rougher. Yeah, it needs to get stiffer. Well, when I stuff it, yeah. Oh, hey, pup groomer. Good to see you. Oh my god. Moron Sweeney can eat a bag of goldenrods. That's right. Whole bag of them. Yep. I love it. Oh, I actually have an actual drink. Let's see. Let's do it just for old time's sake. I don't know if my glasses are fogging up. I don't know if I'll be able to still do it after, something happens to her. What do you guys think? But for now, I will. Because I got my red light, my red shirt, I got my golden penis, and my drink, and I've got the thing that Kelly made. Hello from the Dungy and Marlene Sweetie. Everybody drink. That is good. It's a black cherry. I haven't had one of those in so long. Oh, Heifer, there you are being inappropriate again. That's the way I like it. That's the way. I like it. Oh, that's true, Barbara. I think you're right. Just because she dies, it doesn't magically make her a good person. That's true. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's this? I'm like, oh, cheers. Thank you, Peggy, for saying that. You can give her the same amount of respect she gave you. Yeah. Yeah, really. Yeah. I mean, I know. I'm not really looking for, any closure or anything like that. I know it's not going to happen, you know. But it it's okay because I feel like I have what I need. I'm happy and that's the best revenge. That's the best vindication is to be happy, right? Don't you think? And that's kind of how I look at it. And the only thing that makes me a little bit like yikes about it is that when like I did a stream on this I think last week about when a cult leader dies, you run the risk of seeing things kind of a new life being breathed into it because either their followers will just kind of scatter, right? Or and there's only a few left. There's maybe 10 left, but there's also some people remaining might just start like worshiping her even more, or she might become like an artist that gets famous after they die. And like I said, her um, two sons and her daughter especially is talking about, was talking about continuing her memory with a book and all that. And it's just ridiculous because I think it's probably easier to point to someone who died than it is to this totally frail woman that's just full of shit, right? So yeah, so I'll be keeping my eye out for that, and we might be doing a nice little book report. So Tampa B, just treat her in the way it makes you feel good. Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna treat her right. That makes me feel good. Sophia, I mean, we didn't start talking nicely about those guys either just because they're dead. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. And then anybody that does that, you know, um, just insisted on keep believing in that horrible stuff that, oh, sorry. My, yeah, it's weird how my camera gets out of focus like that. But, yeah, I don't think I even think I can say the words on YouTube, but, of the groups, I'm talking about, the supremacists and all that, which are horrible, horrible. Um, yeah, they are just vile, and I'm glad that a lot of people still are speaking out against that, and that's kind of making them, instead of famous, it's like infamy, right? So those men you talked about, Sophia, will be have gone down in infamy, and so will Marlene, hopefully, if I have anything to say about it, because I've seen some other cult leaders that she was affiliated with that she always broke off from because she couldn't share power. But there was one called Ed Corley, and then another one called named Art Katz, and they both had live-in cults too. And they were both men that had wives that really weren't even like into their religion or anything. It was just very weird. But Marlene looked up to them for a while until they tried to give her some advice, and then no dice, right? But they both passed away, and now it's like their followers are still believing in them. They're like publishing their writings. Their ministry is still like kind of getting bigger and everything. And I don't care about that. I'm not gonna, because I didn't live there. I don't really know how bad it was, but I know how bad Door of Hope was. So I'm gonna make sure that if it starts to grow again, I have something to say about it. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Denise. Oh, thank you. You have more supporters than she does. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Um, yeah, I like that. You know, she is well known now, right? For all the wrong reasons, but I think she always wanted power and fame and adoration and all that, and she's got a little bit of fame now. Not the 50 people. So, oh, this looks interesting. Yvonne, a group of moved into the mountains of Maine near me. Really? They didn't, oh, good. They didn't last long. Everyone refused to sell them guns, so they moved out and moved on. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure as if like Vermont has so many of those type of things. There are like some militias, like I said, the one next door. They're Catholics though, which is kind of funny, Catholic militia. But yeah, there's a lot of new age cults around me, and also, crazy Christian one, or not Christian, but you know, uh sects that turned into cults, right? Because they branched off as a sect and then they turned into a cult. So Sophia said, "We embrace satire to deal with the memory of our country's inheritance. Mocking them mercilessly takes away a lot of the power." Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that, and, yeah, I use a lot of dark humor too, as you can see. It does help. It really does, I think. Um, it definitely helped me get through, like, when I was telling Doug my story. He was so good about it because, like, he did the Marlene stuff and all that, to kinda break, the tension and the sadness. Denise, so true. Yes. Thank you. Yep. Right, exactly. Why can't we just love each other? I know. I know. Why can't we be friends? I can't sing tonight. I don't know. I'm just tired, I think. Tampa Bay man, I skated the trail by one of those groups meeting houses for years. Made sure I speed skated by. Yeah, really. I would too. I would be I don't know. I get this weird thing. I'm putting my hand in my penis again. Um I get this weird thing of like probably because and Barbara, I think you probably can relate to this because of your background, your evangelical background is I don't know if it's real or not, but I get the heebie-jeebies about stuff, you know what I mean? And, anything that I, like, was taught was, like, you know, like, witchcrafty or just feeling kind of yucky about, I get like, "Ugh," like, try to avoid it. It's still there? Oh my goodness. Yikes. Oh, the meeting houses? Boy. Yeah, why can't people love each other? I agree with Avon. I really agree with that. And I think there is a God. I like I like that scripture that says God is love, right? I like that. I call it cold, prickly, or warm, fuzzy. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel of like going into certain like like internet communities or threads or whatever, and you just feel this icky feeling like everybody's like being negative, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Like, I don't know, you just yeah, I don't know, sometimes a certain group think is just not for me, not for me. um you've been singing tonight, so you have a few free sorries saved up. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Good, I could say some sorries, because I'm sure I'll have some coming. I'm sure. Some spaces have bad vibes, right? Yep. I think you're right. Yeah, and I was thinking about that when I was reading about that the burned over district where all of those sects and cults came out of. A lot of them, quite a few. Not all of them, but several. Um, yeah, it's like, what was it about that one spot, right? It's just interesting. Just fascinates me. Oh, CO Bill, if you're back, where have you been all my stream? CO Bill's armed militant combination of Catholicism, yep, and Captain Bill's Scientology is the only standard tech. All right, can you please, somebody, I've been asking and asking, somebody explain to me why they call it technology. I mean, and science and all that, because I mean, there's the emitter. It's got a little bit of, science, I guess, to it, but I just never understood that. So yeah, CO Bill, explain yourself. But I'm glad you're armed militant combination. Oh, yeah, okay. Appropriate have, yep. It all comes down to wanting power and they get it any way they can. Absolutely true. Yeah. Oh, I used to love ice skating and roller skating and in blade skating. So what do they call that? We called it in blade. Rollerblades? Yeah, rollerblading. Skating. I love ice skating. So easy on my body since I learned. Well, I was tiny, easy on my knees. I wear butt pads in case I fall. Good idea. All comes down to wanting power. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Oh, sorry. I was trying to click on Tampa's. Yvonne, I started with ice skating and now rollerblade. Right, because there probably isn't any ice skating in Tampa, right? Yeah. Oh, hi, Sharona. My Sharona. Sarah went, hi. I'm late. It's a shame we can't just love one another. Unfortunately, there are always groups, religions, or tribes that believe, yep, and teach that they are superior to outsiders. That can breed hate. Absolutely. Yep. Mm. Barbara, you're full of great ideas. I mean, you tried the rollerblades. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I think my rollerblading or ice skating days are probably over. My knees and my ankles, I don't know. My legs, my body. I'm not sure about that. But I used to love to do that. Oh my goodness. I've only not skated when I was pregnant or after spinal surgery. I'll never stop. Wow. That's amazing. Good for you. You are an inspiration. That's awesome. I think you got something. I think you got something there. CO Bill said, burned over district was so active because upstate New York is so boring. Boring as fuck, right? Don't tell Chad I said this. Okay, won't tell him. Yeah, that's probably why Vermont has so many cults too. You know, probably right. Nothing else to do. Yeah, and it kind of it really annoyed the hell out of me when I was watching the Mother God cult thing about Amy, what's her last name? Carlson, something like that. Yeah, and after she died or was mummified or whatever, basically took her life slowly. They moved to Vermont. And then I don't know if they're still here or if they're in Hawaii. I'm not sure if they went to Hawaii first and then here, or they went here and then to Vermont, or and then to Hawaii. I'm not sure. But yeah, I hope they're in the Northeast Kingdom because that's where a lot the up by Canada because well, no, there's cults down here too. There's cults all over the place. But it seems to be more in the rural areas, right? Southern and northern, because the mid section you got everywhere from Rutland up to Burlington is a little more populated. There's only like in the whole state, I think last I knew, around 1 million people for a whole entire state. Yeah, that's it. She was originally from Vermont, so I think one or two of the. Oh, I didn't know that, Amy. The Mother God was? I didn't know that. I watched the thing, but I didn't. Oh, is there another one? I'll have to look that up. That's interesting. I didn't catch that part. Sharona said, my teen years were late 70s, early 80s. I used to be at skate country roller rink every weekend. I think if I tried now, my legs would start burning. Oh, yeah. I think I would, yeah, I think my legs would start shaking and my knees are kind of shot. Denise said, I have lived in Ottawa for over 20 years. We we are a World Heritage Site for the largest outdoor ice skating rink, and I have never been on it. Oh, wow. Interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, I think I'm with you, Sophia. I've been off them too long at this point to not end up in the hospital with a lot of injuries. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, Peggy, I've lived in northern New York, north of Syracuse for years. It's beautiful, but nothing to do and way too much snow. Yep. I hear you. Yeah, there's snow here. I ran out to grab some dinner and I had to scrape my car. It sucked. Yvonne, Amanda, that's so cool. I used to watch the pros practice and steal their moves. um, and one girl got her 2 fingers cut off on the ice in front of me, and I stopped attempting the tricks. Yikes. That's terrible. Oh my God. Yuck. Canadians love their skating. Yeah. I used to love to watch figure skating. I don't watch it so much anymore. I have to take that up again. Like the Michelle Kwan days and all that. Like I loved watching ice skating. Yeah, now you guys are making me want to skate, but I probably can't. Bob Groomer 20. I've got balance issues. I can trip over air. Already broken my tailbone and arm from falling. I think I'll pass on skating and rollerblading. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear ya. Oh, probably skated to 6 to 10 times this year to do injuries from skating. Yikes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I grew up in New Orleans. We had an ice rink in our mall. Really? Wow. It's warm down there, isn't it? That's wild. I think my skating days are over. I think I still have some ice skates in the attic in my rollerblades. But yeah, I remember buying a brand new pair of ice skates and they insisted on having me buy like a size too small and I never could break them in. They were so painful. I think I probably still have those in the attic. I don't know. I think my daughter might have taken them, but yeah. Ugh. When I'm trying to relax, I dream of skating. That's great. That makes a lot of sense. It's funny, I'm not used to seeing that red that red light. It makes me think of Roxanne. You don't have to put on your red light. Yeah. Oh, we had an ice rink in Texas, the Galleria Mall. Spent summers there skating. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I think I'm gonna turn in, guys. If you don't see me tomorrow, I got some things coming up. We'll see. I definitely won't be on Friday morning because I'm so excited. The internet guys are coming. Finally, they've been running new like cables or whatever you call it, lines, fiber optic cables, all summer and fall, and been teasing us that we're going to get fiber optic internet, hopefully way faster for about the same price. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to upload videos and do more. So that'll be great. Time to put your wiener away and go night night. That's right. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Bye. We'll see you later. Oh, wait, I didn't stop yet. Oh my God. Super pop. Holy crap. Marilyn, thank you for all you do for sharing with everyone. You're amazing. Stay true to Roxanne. Thank you so much, Super Pop. That's amazing. Thank you for the super chat. I saw that just as I was hitting end stream, and I was like, oh no. Oh my God. Thank you. And thank you all. I love hanging out with you. Amanda, Yvonne, Julie McGuire, Sophia, of course, Barbara, all of you. Love you guys. And if I missed you, I'll see you later. Pop Groomer. Bye. Have a good night.